Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Atland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Assured Partners, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Eye Care Associates, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, Marshalltown School District, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, Sports Plus, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders.
It's the Class 5A Region 3 semifinal tonight at Dowling Catholic, a program once led by Caitlin Clark, a gym that knows championship basketball. Dowling, of course, has the history and the stars, including Missouri commit Ellie Muller. Marshalltown has 32 minutes to change the script, though, tonight. It's Powerhouse versus Underdog in the Des Moines Metro. Tip-off is next. Heitman up court to Bowie. Bowie loses the basketball. Layup, count it, it's good! Wow! Hildebrand left wide open, and boom! Knocks that one down. She goes inside. Wow, what a scoop and score by Amira Johnson.
Here comes the Bobcats. Oh, Billy Heitman up top to Georgia Jansen, up off the glass, and good. It's the bump in the bucket.
Welcome into Dowling Catholic High School. I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Doze alongside me tonight. This is a big one with big implications. The winner heads to the Region 3 championship game.
Well, you look, the state of Iowa's had a lot of good sibling matchups. You've had the Sanford brothers. You've had the DeJean brothers, the Jones girls as well. Tonight, Dowling has the Muller girls, which are really good. This is the big thing. You start with Ellie Muller, the senior, averaging 17 points, 12 rebounds. She's going to Mizzou. Her sister Ellie, tons of offers, and then there's even a freshman to throw in the mix. But it's not just the Muller girls. This is a dominant Dowling team that's number 2 in the state.
How do the Cats get under their skin tonight?
I think you just have to give your best effort. You're going to have to knock down some threes early, and what's going to happen, Dowling will shoot it. They're going to have to miss, and you're going to only give them one opportunity. Frankie's going to have to work like crazy, and Millie Heitman, her length has got to affect shooters.
Might see a few shots blocked here tonight. We've got 3 top 5 shot blockers coming into this game.
Well, you look at it, the length in this game, Georgia Jansen won't be playing sadly tonight, but you add her in, there's 6-footers everywhere. I know Georgia says she's 5'11". When you're my height, that's 6 foot. So you look at all that length. You don't see that a lot in high school basketball, especially on the girls' side. But you're going to see shots blocked, and it comes down to, can the Cats turn those blocks into transition points, or is it something where there's more second chance opportunities? I think the second chance opportunities and the transition threes early are the two things that I'm most worried about if I'm Coach Brian Murphy and the Bobcats.
We'll talk to Brian Murphy when we come back. This is the countdown to tip-off. You're watching KFJB-TV.
Scooter's Coffee is going bananas, literally. Treat yourself to banana bread hot or iced lattes, creamy latte blenders, and fresh banana bread muffins. Need something refreshing? Sip a berry spritz soda, light, bubbly, and perfect any time of day. Craving cozy? Try salted caramel waffle lattes, hot or iced, or a smooth sea salt caramelicious as a latte, cold brew, or blender. And don't forget the French toasty sandwich, warm, sweet, and satisfying. Plus, Cinnalicious drinks are here for a limited time. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
From the 2018 tornado to the 2020 derecho, Marshalltown has faced adversity, but our community has become stronger and M-Town proud. At Tyler Pashong State Farm Agency in Marshalltown, we have options for home, auto, life, and business. Our goal is to give you choices that impact in a positive way. As we have found out firsthand, life is never predictable, but you should always be prepared. Head to mtownproud.com to see how we can best fit your needs. We'd love to talk to you about what makes you M-Town proud.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Lennox Employees Credit Union, LennoxECU.com, Marshalltown Area Chamber, meetinmarshalltown.com, Marshalltown Community College, a step in the right direction, and the Marshalltown School District. Embrace the lead.
Back in on the countdown to tip-off, it is the Bobcats and the Maroons coming up in just a little bit. We'll get our starting five now, visiting with head coach Brian Murphy for the Bobcat ladies, coming off a win at home in the first round of Class 5A Region number 3 over the Lincoln Rail Splitters, 42-27. Very scrappy game. Your team really, in the fourth quarter, came alive. Georgia Jansen scored 10 of her 11 points. Amara Johnson finally found her form. Kinsley Bowie had a big night, 16 points for you, knocked down some big threes. So how do you kind of put that all together, head in here against Dowling, knowing, these 32 minutes, you're going to really try to make some noise and get after the number 2 team in the state?
Yeah, I think what I am hoping as a coach is we got a lot of our jitters out of the way. We definitely did a lot of damage to ourselves in that game against Lincoln. Tried to force a lot of passes that weren't there, and I think fundamentally that's going to be the big key tonight. Is if we turn the ball over, if we take rush shots, it's going to turn into really tough transition opportunities going the other way. So it's going to be really, really important that we hold on to the ball tonight. We're really deliberate but aggressive when we can be, and make sure that we're getting back every single shot, every single turnover to make sure we limit those transition opportunities.
You look at Amara Johnson as one of those people to bring that aggressiveness and throw a little chaos on the defensive end towards Dowling here tonight. I know she got a technical the other night on Wednesday. How do you kind of make sure it's a controlled chaos that she is throwing at Dowling here tonight?
As long as it's staying within the confines of the court, we usually don't mind too much. I feel like you need some people that are going to get after and kind of set that tone. And to Amara's credit, she got back to the bench and she kind of refocused herself and got right back after it and kept it clean the rest of the night. So, we love a little scrappiness, and sometimes when you're the underdog, that's got to be your mentality on the floor anyway. So I think we just unleash her tonight and let some of that chaos flow.
Yeah. Of course, you're going to be without Georgia Jansen here tonight. Who do you start in her place?
Kendall Brumel will be stepping in.
She's been really kind of a bright spot the last couple of weeks. Her role, obviously, she's developed that three-point shot and then the scrappiness on the defensive end. What do you kind of expect out of her stepping into that lineup tonight?
Yeah, certainly you hit it on the head. Her ability to knock down shots from the outside, it really opens things up for us. I think fundamentally, one of the reasons we're leaning with her is the fact, she gives us yet another kind of feisty personality on the defensive end. And I think, for one of the top scoring teams in the state, they average 60 a game. We've got to be locked in defensively, and we're going to need everybody on the floor to get after it. So Kendall does a really good job of doing that for us.
I know you mentioned you like the height and the matchups and that kind of thing coming into this one when we talked about it briefly the other night. But in a game like this, when you look at a lot of their good things that they do as far as shooting, they're top 5 in a lot of categories, including scoring and defense and margin of victory throughout the year. What does it kind of come down to you in your eyes in being able to do well here tonight to pull off the upset?
I think number one, like I said, it's going to start with us on offense, making sure that we take care of the ball, take great shots. This has to be a half-court game for us to stay in it. We're not going to outscore one of the top scoring teams of the state if we're trying to get in a shootout. That's bad news for us. So we got to really slow it down, make sure that we're limiting their transition opportunities, really staying keyed in on the scout defensively, and we just got to be really patient and take our opportunities on offense. And a game like this, your goal is you keep it close, and at a certain point the pressure flips, or suddenly for an unranked team to keep the ball. Keep the score close. You just kind of keep it close until the end, and then try to go after it once you get it down to the fourth quarter.
Hard to believe it's been 6 years since you've played here last. Is there anything like that coming into a new gym that you try to look at and as far as the shooter's eye and getting your team ready to go for a game like this on the road?
I think there can be. I think I would hope at this point in the season it's less impactful. I mean, certainly some of the spatial things can impact it. Kinsley is notorious for having some very specific preferences about the types of, how deep the wall is and whether we practice in the Ox Gym or the Roundhouse to prepare for things like that. But, I think ultimately at this point in the season, I mean, you're just kind of you've got to focus on what you can control. We're expecting a pretty good atmosphere, I would imagine. It'll be loud, it'll be intense. So sometimes you got to just kind of ride that adrenaline and hope it leads to positive things.
Yeah, that is for sure. Good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. That is head coach Brian Murphy. It is the Bobcats and the Maroons tipping off in just a little bit here on your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Back in for tonight's starting lineups, all brought to you by Sandvik Enterprises in Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you while we deliver the starting lineups. First off, for the second-ranked Dowling Maroons, 18-3 on the season behind 10-year head coach Kristen Meyer. It'll be number 11, Katie Moeller, a 6'2 junior guard. Number 21, Nikki Moeller, a 5'11 freshman forward. Number 23, Ellie Moeller, a 6'3 senior center committed to Missouri. Number 25, Madison Rice, a 5'8 senior guard. And number 31, Adrian Sears, a 5'10 freshman guard. For the Bobcats here tonight, as we touched on with Coach, a little bit of a different lineup for Brian Murphy in his 7th year. Bobcats 14-9 coming in. Amara Johnson, 5'2 junior guard. Number 4, Kendall Brummel replaces Georgia Jansen in the lineup, 5'6 junior. Kinsley Bowie, a 5'7 senior guard. Number 23, Georgia Jansen, a 5'11 senior. Frankie Long, number 44, 6'2 junior. Tip-off between the Maroons and the Bobcats when we come back on KFJB-TV.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Wayward Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
The following is a presentation of Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV.
today's keys to the game, presented by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com. Dylan?
All right, for the Bobcats, it comes down to 1,920 seconds. You've got to be locked in for each and every one of those. That equals 32 minutes. You've got to give your best basketball of your career tonight to stay into this one. And if you're the Maroons, you do you. This team has been locked in outside of 2 losses to number 1 Johnson, who's ranked in the top 20 nationally, and an early season loss to Waukee Northwest, who they would later beat. This Maroons squad has not struggled with hardly anybody. They've beat ranked teams by almost 40. This is a very good Dowling team.
Those are today's keys to the game, presented by First Rate Real Estate. Maroons in their all white tops and bottoms. Bobcats in their red road uniforms. It will be at midcourt. The Missouri commit, Ellie Muller, to jump for the Maroons. It'd be Frankie Long for the Marshalltown Bobcats. 8 minutes on the clock. We're ready to go in Class 5A Region 3 semifinal basketball, and Muller will win the opening tip. Katie Muller will come away with the basketball. She'll feed it over to Sears. Sears drives down the left side of the paint, takes it out far side. Brummel with a hand in the face of Muller, drops it into the other Muller, and Ellie Muller. A dump off down the left side of the paint. Runner is no good. Could not convert is Nikki Muller. And if we say Muller, it's one of the 3.
We had 3 options.
Amara Johnson to respond down the right side of the paint. Her layup comes up short. A little more controlled there on that layup than we saw the other night. She was flying high the other night against Lincoln on Wednesday night. We're scoreless after possession apiece. Now down the left side of the paint. Runner is no good by Sears. The Bobcats come away with the rebound.
You see Sears already, the bigger freshman guard, looking to take it one-on-one against Amara Johnson.
Heitman has a pass knocked away. Bowie gathers it back, a 3. Skims off the left side of the iron for the Bobcats. No good. In transition, Madison Rice, left wing, cuts it down, and she drops it to Ellie Muller. Her leader on the left side is no good, and it's 2 free throws coming in as a foul will be issued on Frankie Long. So this will send Ellie Muller to the free throw line. Missouri commit, number 3 in the state in blocks with 69 coming in, and number 1 in 5A in rebounds with 261, and also 73% free throw shooter. She knocks down the first of the night.
You love they got it to her in transition with Biggs as she makes the second one as well. With Biggs, you want to get your position early. Great job there by Dowling to get 2 on the board.
Minute 10 gone in this opening quarter of action. Amara Johnson in the front court, picks up her dribble, bad spot. Sears pops out. Had the ball knocked away, so now 5 seconds closely guarded will be the call. We don't see that a whole lot, but Sears was all up in her grill, and it's a turnover right at midcourt for the Bobcats with 6:39 opening frame.
And not doing herself any favors getting locked up right by the line, but the fellow Cats did not do a good job of getting to a passing position either.
And no lane for her to go through there. Katie Muller, top of the key, down the right side, 11 on 11. Bowie was guarding her. She'll switch. Now 3, far side corners, no good by Nikki Muller, but a rebound backside by Ellie Muller. Now 3, left wing, it's no good. Down to the floor goes Adrian Sears. Bobcats with the rebound after the Sears miss, and Heitman into the front court. Frankie calling for it at the top of the key. She'll hand it off, and now Heitman hands it off to Bowie. Now over to Amara Johnson, top of the key. Cats down 2-0 early on here. Trying to get the free throw line is Brummel. She gets stopped, pops it back to Amara Johnson, takes a 3, right ring, and it's off the right side of the iron. That one looked like it was going to be good.
I like the aggressive approach of both Millie and Amara.
3 in transition, straight on, it's no good. Frankie crashes the boards, gets tied up with Adrian Sears down low. Sears was grabbing on the arm. Frankie Long wanted a foul, but it is a tie-up possession arrow. Will give the Bobcats the basketball anyway with 5:42. Opening quarter, 2-0. Bobcats trail with the basketball.
Not every time you grab an arm is it a jump ball, but the Cats are doing a great job and no second chance opportunities, and they double Muller, Ellie Muller, every time she touches the ball.
Millie Heitman, top of the key, gave it to Frankie Long. Long dribbles to the top, hands off to Bowie. Bowie comes back near side. And she looks back, door cut by Heitman, pops it out to Brummel, thought about the three, couldn't take it. She had a hand on her face. Kick it, top of the key. Here goes Amira, 4 seconds on the shot clock. Fader, right, high post jumper was no good, and she was fading back on her shot, and Sears will bring it across the timeline and try to drive it down the right side. But Amira Johnson picking her up well, and they'll swing it back to the top and reset the offense.
Bobcats
scoop and score, no good, but the rebound, Nikki Muller missed it. Ellie Muller with the rebound, put back, it is good, and Muller has 4 of the Maroons' points here tonight. That's where they lead, 4-0. Timeout on the floor by head coach Brian Murphy. We'll take it with him, 4:45, first quarter on KFJB-TV.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Amira Johnson. This is your home for the Cats, KFJB-TV.
Well, Dylan, you had math in your keys to the game, and I have math here for our game. It's been 1,894 days since the Bobcats last played the Dowling Maroons. It was back in the 2020 season.
Our first year together, we were down here for that game. Cats have had great energy early and really have done a good job defensively.
Bad pass by Frankie Long into the feet of Kinsley Bowie, and now trying to get the rebound. It was Kendall Brummel down on the floor, and it looked like she got her nose popped, and it's bleeding. And so with that, we're going to take an injury timeout as both teams will head to the bench. Hopefully she is all right, but yeah, definitely some blood coming out of that nose. We'll step aside. 4:23 first quarter, 4-0 Dowling.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
My name is Frankie Long, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Well, big props to the training staff for Dowling as they're cleaning up the floor right now. A little bit of blood on the floor from Kendall Brummel, and they rushed her off to locker room to take care of that bloody nose. Hopefully she is all right. But Kendall Brummel forced into the starting lineup because Georgia Jansen, in a shoot-around with her teammates at the Y yesterday, rolled her ankle, and so she is out here tonight.
Yeah, you get that, and Kendall's brought a lot of really good energy. Defensively, The Cats have been locked in all night long. Now, what happened on the last bucket is, as Ellie Muller got the putback, is beat off the dribble, so Frankie had to come over and help, and then that second chance opportunity was in there. But really, I think if you're a Bobcat fan, the girls have given everything you want from them.
Yeah.
They've been aggressive on the offensive end. I really like seeing Millie and Amara. They had 2 good looks from 3. They didn't question it. They didn't second-guess themselves. They're shooting in rhythm. Right now it's 4-0. Mizzou commit has all 4, but I think there's, you look, the Bobcats are a very short bench here tonight. Once you take out Georgia Jansen and you go Kendall Brummel, usually you're going Morgan and Kendall off the bench to give you some more energy. Now, with Kendall, you don't know if she'll be able to come back because that looked pretty nasty. Not to say she won't be able to, but that did not look very good, just depending how bad the nose is.
Yeah.
You've got a very tight bench. Cats are going to have to find points some way, and they're going to have to find a way to keep the intensity at a high level.
I thought this is the most controlled first 4 minutes of game that I've seen from the Bobcats so far this year against a number 2 team.
Well, we talk about it all the time. You just want them to come out and be aggressive and assertive and locked in. Sometimes you play much better against better competition because you have to be locked in.
Yeah.
What gets in the way is when you think you're better than someone or you don't take them as seriously, then you're kind of up and down with gameplay.
Yeah,
the Cats know that this is a very good basketball team, that they have to play almost perfect basketball to be in the game.
And Dowling has their sights set on the state tournament. Of course, they got there last year and lost 55-44 to Johnston in the championship game. Last championship for Dowling was 2014, and a three on the left wing is going to be good as Katie Moeller makes that one. She shoots it at 36% from three-point territory.
And she shoots 8 of them a game, so she's not afraid to put it up.
Hildebrand has checked into the game, and she'll throw it away. That one was a bad pass picked up by Madison Rice, and they'll run the floor. Down inside, Moeller puts it up over Frankie Long, and Ellie Moeller has another bucket as she has 6 to lead Dowling.
Morgan Hildebrand's got to shoot that ball at the top of the key there. I thought Frankie did a nice job of getting back in position, made it difficult on the shot, but Ellie Moeller able to put it in for her 6.
Frankie Long at the top of the key gives it to a cutting Kinsley Bowie. She has her shot blocked from behind by Ellie Moeller. Moeller will pass it up to Katie Moeller. Now feed it over to the far side corner. She'll get it back at the top of the key. Feeds inside, and a little bit of a bump as Ellie Moeller got it on a post-up move in the paint. And I believe it's going to be the second foul on Frankie Long here tonight.
Yeah, Frankie's looking at the bench, not quite sure what she got called on or what she's supposed to do. I'm not sure. She put her hands up.
Inbound underneath the hoop by Katie Moeller. She'll pass it left wing as Olivia Meredith is checked into the game. They feed it down inside to Ellie Moeller on the left block. It's off of her fingertips. Turnover back to the Bobcats, down 9-0 with 3:06 in the opening quarter of play. Sears is going to check back into the game as well as Nikki Moeller, as Katie Moeller will check out, as well as, I believe that was, yes, Madison Rice checks out of the game for the Dowling Maroons.
And really that turnover, Kinsley Bowie did a great job of pressuring the ball, causing the errant pass.
Mara Johnson, right wing. Cuts to the top of the key, flips it to Frankie Long, takes one dribble. She is bumped and a foul going to be called on Adrian Sears, trying to fight through a screen as she was guarding Kira Holstead at the top. So Sears picks up her first foul of the night, and the Bobcats will inbound by the Maroons bench as Kinsley Bowie will trigger this one in. Nobody there, and 5 seconds is the call. Morgan Hildebrand was running right behind the person guarding Kinsley Bowie on the inbound play. I believe that was Nikki Moeller. She just kind of ran herself into a double team and didn't give Bowie an option.
And that's very similar to a 5-second call, though it was just closely guarded. Similar issues for the Cats.
Wide open backside, Ellie Moeller, a baseline drive. They feed her on the right block. It's off the glass for 2. She has 8 of the Maroons' 11. 11-0. 2.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Bobcats looking for the first bucket of the night. Amara Johnson has it knocked away by Sears. Long on the floor, gathers it back, and now the ball's ripped out from behind. Ellie Moeller standing right over top. She'll feed it down the floor to Olivia Meredith, who misses the layup, but an offensive rebound, second chance opportunity. Down low, they feed it inside, back to Meredith. She fumbles the basketball, and now Frankie Long will rip it away, but I believe Amara Johnson is going to pick up a foul on the backside of the play. They say a foul, so Amara Johnson will pick up her first foul of the night. 2:06 to go, first quarter.
Cats did a nice job of recovering, but on the offensive side, they are not moving at all. They seem like they have deer in the headlights kind of look.
Inbound to Sears. Catch and shoot 3 is off the right side of the iron. No good. Dowling saves it from going out of bounds. Sears gets it back near side corner. Guarded by Hildebrand. Trying to look inside maybe to Ellie Moeller, but Frankie Long matching up on her. Now drive down the left side of the paint. Going against Bowie is Katie Moeller. She misses the layup. Kira Halstead will bring the ball up the floor. Hands off to Amara Johnson in the front courts. Bowie top of the key now. Picks up her dribble. Drops it into Frankie Long. Good move on the left block, but just can't finish. Pass Ellie Moeller, and Dowling comes away with the basketball. Ellie Moeller gets it in transition, tosses one up. She was maybe bumped a little bit by Frankie Long. No call. Back the other way as the Bobcats come away with it.
Kinsley Bowie defensively has been very good, but that entry pass to Frankie was spectacular. Cats just need to see one go in.
Mara Johnson trying to scoop and score on the left block. It's no good. Quick outlet. Katie Moeller gets the feed. Layup, count it. It's good, and an and one for Katie Moeller. She has 5, looking to make it 6 with a free throw to come, as she is a 73% free throw shooter. Boy, they are good in transition as Fernandez and Heitman check into the game, replacing Long and Bowie.
Yeah, you look at that foul by Frankie Long. She's just in a tough position. It is hard for her because Ellie Muller's both athletic too. She can move up and down the floor a little bit more swiftly. You almost wonder if you got to kind of let her go almost on that.
Katie Moeller now has 6 after she makes the free throw. And Frankie Long hitting the bench with those 3 fouls that Dylan alluded to. Heitman sets a screen for Fernandez down to the right block, but she switched her pivot feet, and it's a travel and a turnover on the Cats with 49 seconds to go in the opening quarter, down 14-0.
Bobcat fans, if you're looking for a silver lining, if your last name is not Muller, no Dowling player has scored.
Ellie Moeller, near side corner, kicks it out left wing. Nikki Moeller takes the 3. It's good. And Nikki Moeller now gets into it. So it's the Moeller show here tonight. 27 seconds to go in the opening quarter of play. Shot clock is off. Heitman gets the pass down to left block. It's off her fingertips. Now gets it back inside. She'll shoot it up over top of Ellie Moeller. It is no good, but a tip out, and Heitman comes away with it. A step back at the free throw line, off the mark by Mara Johnson. Shot is no good. 10 seconds to go. In transition 3, Nikki Moeller is no good, but an inside rebound put back by Katie Moeller. That one won't go. It's tipped out, and that'll do it for the opening quarter. 17-0 after 1 quarter of play in the Class 5A Region 3 semifinal. Dowling has the lead on Marshalltown on KFJB-TV.
We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside, right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at VanWyckWoodBuilders.com.
Welcome back to Dowling High School. Brandon Lewis, Dylan Hills alongside me. Time for a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what they can do for you.
Thank you very much, Elijah, for helping us out. Bishop Helam 15, Harlan 7 at the end of 1, Waukee 13, Cedar Rapids Kennedy 10 at the end of 1, Ankeny 12, Sioux City North 3, and Johnson up on Urbandale, tripling them up 22-7.
And up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard, Bobcats down 17-0. Far side 3 is taken, no good by Nikki Moeller, but an offensive rebound. Katie Moeller will go with the basketball with that shot, and it was no good, but inside a late feed to Madison Rice, and finally a Moeller has not scored. Rice with her first bucket of the night. It's 19-0 Maroons. We came away with that first quarter thinking, man, the Bobcats have actually played really well in that first quarter, and you find yourself down 17-0 as Bowie dribbles it off of her knee. Not a whole lot you can be disappointed with that start, even though, I mean, it's just Dowling, their transition points.
Yeah.
Man, that's where they kill a lot of teams.
And Ellie Muller's also quick. She's big, quick, can get the ball wherever she wants to go. Right now, though, the Cats are allowing a lot of second chance opportunities as they've really struggled when they've gone to the bench of just people boxing out.
And Madison Rice missed the 3. They get the offensive rebound, and Katie Moeller knocks down the 3 from straight on, and we have a timeout by the Bobcats. 7:09 second quarter, 22-0 Maroons with the lead.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
Well, Bobcats lost junior Kendall Brummel a bloody nose earlier tonight. We have not seen her re-enter on the floor. So the Bobcats right now with Fernandez, the freshman on the floor, with Kinsley Bowie, Morgan Hildebrand, Amara Johnson, Millie Heitman, the 5 on the floor for the Bobcats. They have the ball out of a 3 made by Katie Moeller, extending the lead to 22-0 with 7:06 and counting in the second quarter.
And all 5 points in this quarter have been on second chance opportunities. Cats not allowing too many second chance opportunities for Dowling.
Amara Johnson takes a long 2 from the near side. It's blocked, and on the rebound, Bobcats couldn't gather it in. It's out on the baseline back to the Maroons. Having Frankie along with those 3 fouls on the bench is really noticeable right now.
Yeah, and she really was cleaning up the glass. Frankie did a nice job early.
And nobody steps in on Katie Moeller down the left side of the paint. It's good.
Yeah,
Katie
Millie
Moeller with 11.
Millie Heitman had looked back at Ellie Mueller, make sure she had her in her sights, and then Katie Mueller went right past her.
Millie Heitman down the right side of the paint. She stopped, kicks it to Bowie. Bowie feeds it back. Heitman trying to go to work in the paint. There was nothing there. Hildebrand along the top of the key. Free throw line to Bowie. Hesitates, goes against Sears. Tries to scoop and score, but they say a foul on Sears as she blocks the shot. And that'll be number 2 on Sears here tonight, as that will send Kinsley Bowie to the free throw line. 24-0 our count. Bowie, a 43% free throw shooter on the season, at the line for the first of 2 to come. And she has the Bobcats on the board here in the second quarter with the first free throw good.
Kinsley's playing her best basketball of her career over the last month. She had 16 the other night against Lincoln.
Kendall Brummel coming back onto the floor. She's got ice, and Kinsley Bowie knocks down both free throws, 24-2. And a pass out of bounds by Dowling. They fed it over to Olivia Meredith on the right wing, but it goes into the stands. And it will be Bobcat basketball, 24-2, 6:10 to go. That does not look encouraging like we will see Kendall Brummel tonight.
She has a huge Ziploc bag of ice, but then also like half a Kleenex box up her nose.
A pass into the paint by Fernandez. Bowie got it, tosses it up. It's off the front of the rack. Tipped out of there by Ellie Mueller. Up floor, they pass it to Carmichael, left wing. She's trying to fight through Amara Johnson on her. Late feed inside to Ellie Mueller. Turnaround jumper is good right in front of the hoop. And that is easy territory for her as she has 10.
Yeah, this is hard. We knew coming into this one, you could play your best game of the year.
3 tossed up by Hildebrand, left wing. It's an air ball out of bounds on the baseline. It's back to the Maroons.
You could play your best game of the year and still lose by easily double digits to this team. You just wanted to come out and play with your best effort as Frankie Long comes back out. I think Cats have done that. Now that Frankie's out there, can she kind of help the rebounding issue that the Cats have had on the defensive boards?
And that presence stepping inside against the drive, too. We saw in that one of their last drives. Mara Johnson knocks one away from Ellie Mueller. Dowling gathers it back in with Madison Rice. Over to Carmichael, left wing. He'll feed free throw line. Madison Rice kicks it out. Left wing 3 is no good by Katie Mueller, but a rebound by Ellie Mueller inside. Turnaround off the glass is no good. Nobody's boxing out inside for the Cats. Mueller tosses one up off the bottom of the backboard. She is out of control, knocking over Bowie, but they're going to call a foul on the Cats. He was just in there like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah, that's bull in the china. It's interesting. They called the jump ball early, and the last 2 that looked to be the same type of jump ball situation have been called fouls.
Near side, quarter 3, catch and shoot. Nikki Mueller on the inbound play knocks it down and holds the post as it goes to make it 29-2.
Another second chance opportunity. That has been everything. The lack of one and done for the Cats here in the second quarter.
Amara Johnson Uses a little bit of a screen from Frankie Long. She's posted up, calling for the basketball. Now she pops out left wing to help out Amara Johnson. Has it knocked away, and it looked like it was off of Nikki Moeller, but the official with a quick whistle and says it is Dowling basketball with 4:27 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Coach Murphy's talking to the refs, talking about, hey, we're getting it across the arm here, trying to get an even whistle here.
Sears will run the point. Swings it left wing. They drop it free throw line. Madison Rice throws it in. It's knocked away. Bobcats have it. Out to Bowie near side.
And you can tell defensively the Cats are bothering the Maroons. It's definitely taken them quite a bit to get into their sets. They just have killed the Bobcats on the offensive glass here in the second quarter.
Amara Johnson left wing. Pulls up three from straight on. That one will go for Amara Johnson. And the Bobcats have their first field goal of the game, 29-5.
Some of these times against these really talented teams, you just got to hoop. You got to find a good shot.
A three to answer for the far side quarter by Madison Rice is no good. Bowie scrambles for the rebound. She'll get it. Passes it back to Heitman, who will bring it over the 10-second line. Picked up by Sears, and a late pass is picked off. They were trying to get it to Bowie. Katie Moeller picks it off, that is Nikki Moeller. She takes it all the way, and it is good, 31-5.
And she baited her into it. She was looking for it just like a safety waiting for a quarterback to go over the middle. She knew when it was coming and picked it off.
Eric Johnson drives to the right block. She had to kick it back out. Now they feed it into Frankie Long. Goes up and underneath of Ellie Muller for the 2-point bucket. It's good for Frankie, 31-7.
And Cats actually, Frankie's got two really good looks as she's buried her underneath the hoop. Love to see the Cats go back to that.
Left side wing, Molly Austin is checked in for Dowling. They feed it near side corner to Ellie Muller. Drives baseline past Frankie Long for two.
Ellie Muller's got some wiggle to her game. She's got length. She's athletic as all get out too, though. She is not your standard just back to the basket post. She's got a little bit of flair to that game and athleticism.
2.5 minutes to go at Dowling Catholic High School in the Des Moines Metro here tonight. Bobcats in the front court. Hildebrand has it. A little bit of room, opens up. She goes down the left block, has her shot knocked away. She swats the ball away, trying to save it, but Nikki Moeller has it. And now she throws it away, trying to pass it to Molly Austin in the far side corner. Heitman with the steal, and she'll bring it up the floor with 2 minutes to go before halftime.
You look at that. Dowling's been a little sloppy at times here in the second quarter with the basketball.
Bowie, right wing, gets it from Frankie Long, feeds it back to Frankie. She'll take the three. It's going to come up short. Hildebrand with the offensive rebound attempt, but it's knocked right to Ellie Muller, and she'll bring it up floor. They kick it over to Sears. Far side three is no good. Rebound brought in by Millie Heitman on the right block.
It's just it's so interesting when Frankie's out there in the middle. She doesn't even have to get the rebound, but it puts everybody in their right position.
Yeah, it has been a noticeable difference in the game when she is in there. Heitman pushing around baseline, kicks it out to Bowie, takes a shot off the glass. It's no good, rattles out. Sears with a rebound. Quick outlet up to Madison Rice, and the bucket is no good, but in transition, the defense going to be called for a foul here on Morgan Hildebrand. Little bit of a bump as Madison Rice went up for it. So 2 free throws coming for Rice as head coach Brian Murphy pleading his case with his Bobcats down 33-7.
There's a clear bump down here as you looked at Sears just literally bump Morgan off her block and then come down here, and it's kind of a cheap foul. Bobcat fans a little bit excited, and they should be.
Madison Rice will head to the line there. Yeah, that was definitely not the most contact in the world by Hildebrand. And the first free throw is good, makes it 34-7 with 1:16 to go before halftime. Second free throw to come here for Sears, who is an 83% free throw shooter. That one is no good. The freshman Fernandez holds in the rebound, and a bad pass. She was looking for Hildebrand. Picked off and taken in. Layup. It was Madison Rice, who was just at the free throw line. Coast to coast, she takes it, 36-7.
Yeah, Melanie had Amara coming right beside her on the right. I couldn't hear Amara. Amara's got to be yelling for the basketball as the point guard.
Mara Johnson dribbling way out high, gets a screen from Mallory Myron, who's checked in for the Bobcats. Underneath, she has a nice wiggle room, and she gets past Tess Carmichael off the glass. And Mara Johnson with all 5 of her points here in the second quarter. Cats down 36-9. Adrian Sears drove down to the right block. She fed it late to Olivia Meredith on the left block. It's off of Meredith. Turnover back to the Cats. Here's that look at the play by Mara Johnson, our State Farm Tyler Pashung replay.
Mara's so quick and also low to the ground. She can get up on your hip and just go right around. She's done that on a couple occasions. Meredith has really struggled. She's had some opportunities in front of the rim and hasn't executed.
A spin move inside, another nifty move, a rebound offensively for Frankie Long. Pushing around, she'll go up with it, but they call her for a travel, and it's going the other way. Mara Johnson with a shifty move, and then Frankie Long with a great offensive rebound, but the Bobcats can't convert with 10 seconds to go before the break.
I am intrigued by what's going on because there's a couple pretty big bumps there. Not to say that Frankie didn't shuffle those pivot feet, but thought there might have been a whistle before she did.
Sears gives it over to Katie Moeller. Drives in the paint with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls up and knocks it down. Time will run out here before halftime. And that's how we go to the break. 38-9 is our score. Bobcats trail in Class 5A, Region 3 semifinal action on the road at Dowling Catholic High School. Our halftime report, all brought to you by Scouting America, is coming up. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're listening to News Talk 1230 AM, 93.9 FM, and watching right here on KFJB-TV.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit visionsource-marshalltowneyecare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
Looking for a financial partner that puts you first? At Lennox Employees Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're part of your team. From low-interest loans and great savings rates to personalized service you can trust, we're here to help you reach your goals. Join the credit union that understands what matters most, because we're built by employees for employees. Stop by Lennox Employees Credit Union today at 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, or visit LennoxECU.com to get started. Lennox Employees Credit Union, where your success is our mission. Member NCUA.
The Halftime Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
Welcome back to Dowling Catholic High School. Brianna Lewis, Dylan Doze alongside me up on the Marshalltown Hy-Vee scoreboard. Ladies trailing 38-9 at the break of the Class 5A Region 3 semifinal action here tonight. And Nick Wise, senior for the Marshalltown Bobcats, competing at the Iowa High School Wrestling Finals, has just got a point back as he's in the third period in Class 1 or weight 144 in Class 3A, and he's trailing 2-1 with 40 seconds to go against Will Oberbrockling of Southeast Polk, and they're right on the edge there, almost out of bounds. And Nick Wise with 30 seconds to go, trying to get a point and trying to roll over Oberbrockling to get himself a late victory here, Dylan. And they're finally going to rule them out, so they'll reset in the middle of the map, but he's got 25 seconds to bring home. Oh, there we go. We got a Nick Cross and Isaiah Cox sighting on the broadcast.
Yeah. Well, Lucas, both suited up, and booted for this one.
They're looking good over there.
It's 3-1, 25 seconds ago. Nick's going to have to get him down.
Yeah, he's going to have to get a takedown here. Oval Brockling just kind of went down to a knee to match. 10 seconds remaining for Wise. And time is going to run out on him. And that'll do it. Nick Wise will end up second place in Class 144. As Oberbrockling of Southeast Polk will defeat him in Class 3A state championship match. But what a superb effort. He finished on the podium a year ago in 7th place and ends up second this year. But phenomenal career for him.
Well, and just the amount of effort and work he put in each and every day in that room, but also in the summers traveling all over the place. And here's a kid, 30-0, going into the conference final, loses, comes on Bobcat Live that next week. He's like, my plan and my purposes have not changed. He ran through district, did really well into state, and just could not upset the number 1 seed from Southeast Polk.
Yeah, so tough loss for him there tonight. Bobcats down in the girls' game here tonight, 38-9 in the Class 5A region number 3. We'll get a scoreboard update and find out what else is going on around the state when we come back on our Scouting America halftime report on KFJB-TV.
I didn't really have much growing up, but I did have a mom, and she gave me a strong foundation. She signed me up for Scouts. I quickly fell in love with the outdoors. Showed me how to take responsibility, how to work with other people, and how to become a leader. That made me a better athlete on the field. Scouting made me the man I am today.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by McGregor's Furniture and Mattress. Quality furniture for every room in your home. Sandvik Enterprises of Marshalltown. Let them deliver for you. Scooters of Marshalltown. Amazing people, amazing drinks. Members First Community Credit Union. Financially empowering Central Iowa. And Sports Plus. SportsPlusTherapy.com.
Welcome back to Dowling High School. Time for a scoreboard update, all brought to you by Central State Bank.
As we look, Ankeny up 32-6 against Sioux City North at halftime. Johnston 31, Urbandale 7 in the second, Mount Vernon 19, Mid-Prairie 14 at the end of 1. And then ADM, Adel DeSoto Minburn against Winterset 21-5. That's the end of 1. And our only boys score of the night, Pleasantville 20, Grundy Center 13, and that's the end of 1.
Halftime, powered by Scouting America.
Eat at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown and support the Bobcats when you order the Bobcat Burger. 2 juicy quarter-pound beef patties stacked with crispy bacon, sautéed onions, and a mouth-watering blend of American, cheddar, Jack, and Swiss cheeses, all on a toasted bun with fresh shredded lettuce. And here's the best part. $1 from every Bobcat burger sold goes to Marshalltown High School activities. Satisfy your burger craving and support the Bobcats at the same time. Only at Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
Report, powered by Scouting America. Adventure on.
At halftime, Bobcats trailing 38-9. Leading scorer for the Bobcats, Samara Johnson with 5, 2 apiece for Kinsley Bowie and Frankie Long. Meanwhile, for the Maroons, they're led by Katie Muller with 13, 12 for Ellie Muller. Nikki Muller has 8, 5 for Madison Rice at halftime. 38-9 is our score. Frankie Long with a couple of nice moves inside, looking to get it going in the second half. This is our halftime coverage. That'll wrap it up. Again, all powered by Scouting America, Mid-Iowa Council. Adventure on.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, mtownproud.com, Wayward Social, the place for bowling, games, food, and more. Van Wyck Wood Builders, storage sheds, garages, and more. And Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown, helping you pursue your financial goals.
Bobcats getting ready for the second half, 38-9. They trail right now on the road in Class 5A, Region number 3 semifinal. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Cedar Rapids, Kennedy, or Waukee coming up next week. Bobcats on the floor is going to be Kinsley Bowie. Kendall Brummel, after a bloody nose in the first half, returns to the floor. Amara Johnson, Frankie Long, and Millie Heitman. So a good sign to see there with Kendall Brummel back out.
Yeah, she is. She's all packed up. I'm more worried about how you breathe because her nasal cavity is. Yeah, that's
a lot of mouth breathing going on here in the second half.
Yeah, that'll be full open mouth there.
Bobcats with the basketball to begin the second half. Mara Johnson, far side corner. And a bounce pass right to the free throw line. She was looking for Brummel, but in the way was Madison Rice. Sears takes a 3, left wing. It skims off the iron. Heitman with a rebound, backside.
Brummel, if you're gonna go to a cut, you have to cut. She stopped her cut, and Amara Johnson turned the basketball over.
Heitman drives along the baseline, goes all the way to the left wing. Now a backdoor cut by Bowie. The pass was a little bit off the line, but Bowie gathers it back in, puts it off the glass. She has 4, 38-11.
Yeah, Millie did a nice job of anticipating the cut, and Kinsley fought for the ball, able to get it up for 2.
Down the right side of the paint and opens up, and a good drive for Nikki Muller off the glass as she has 10 on the night.
That's just a nice little put everything on one side and then just leak somebody backside. No one there to help.
Mara Johnson, right wing. Hesitates, kicks it. Bowie opens up for a 3 off the back of the iron, but an offensive rebound. Mara Johnson at the top of the key. Gives it to Brummel. Brummel kicks it over to Heitman, left wing. Brummel now cuts, has it knocked away by Sears. She'll bring it up the near side. Hesitates, drives against Heitman down to the right block. Stops, turns around, fires, and a short 2 by Ellie Muller's off the front of the iron. Bobcats with a rebound.
Yeah, that's one of those that you can't explain it. She was right there, wide open.
Brummel, near side corner, all wide open, skims it off the right side of the iron. Sears there with the rebound on the right block. In transition, they hand off. Nobody picks up Nikki Muller down to the right block, or left block, but Frankie Long does. Knocks away the shot and gives it to Heitman to bring it up the floor.
Yeah, the refs have been pretty lax on that whistle with contact down low. Looked like Frankie might have bumped her.
Bowie off a screen, opened up at the top of the key, but the defense popped out there with Madison Rice on her quickly. Now a handoff to Bowie, dribbles, backdoor cut for Heitman, pass just a little bit off the mark, also tipped away by Katie Muller. And we'll see a fresh new 5, a whole line change. We've got a hockey line change. Molly Austin, Tess Carmichael, as well as Olivia Meredith, Emerson Flattery, and did not see who the other one was. She's got, okay, it is number 1. So it is Katie Clendenin has checked into the game. 40-11. Maroons with the lead with 5:40 to go, third quarter. Bobcats with the basketball, and Bowie has it picked off. Flattery picks it, feeds. Olivia Meredith with the layup. It's good. Meredith with her first bucket of the night for the Maroons. Mara Johnson into the front courts. Down to the right block. Running layup is no good by Amara Johnson. Rebound hauled in by Molly Austin. She'll feed it up to Carmichael. Feeds back to Austin down to the left side of the paint. She goes. She stops, kicks it out to Clendenin, and she's down the right side of the paint. They're going to rule that a shooting foul. Did not see a shot put up there, but the foul's going to come in on Kinsley Bowie, and that'll be her second foul of the night. It's going to send Clendenin to the free throw line as she knocks down the first one.
I think she was going into a scoop shot there.
Clendenin is going to knock down both free throws. She came in not making a free throw on the season, so she knocks down both. 44-11. Bobcats trail, and down the left side of the paint, toss it up, a shot a little out of control by Hildebrand. It's going the other way. In transition, Carmichael has it, feeds to Clendenin. She makes a nice move to get past Heitman, and the three is no good from straight on, and it's off of Amara Johnson's right foot, out of bounds on the baseline. It will stay with the Maroons.
You look for the Cats. This is where you look at the size. When Frankie was in, she was able to bury Muller a couple times and get good looks. Now with Meredith there, definitely not the defensive pressure. I'd look for Frankie in the post to try to get a couple looks again at the rim.
Fernandez checks in, replacing Millie Heitman as she heads to the bench. 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Right wing three for Molly Austin, and it's no good. Off the right side, off of Dowling, it will be Bobcat basketball as it looked like Olivia Meredith and as well as Emerson Flattery went for it, but could not gather it in. So it is Bobcat basketball as Amara Johnson will pass in to Kinsley Bowie, who will run the points.
And right now the Cats have to be very assertive in getting a box out there. It looks like when bench players have come in, they have not found their rebounding assignments.
Hildebrand dribbles it out from the right wing to the top of the key. Frankie Long's going to set a screen. It was not there. And they feed it to Fernandez, but she loses it out of bounds. She was in the far side corner. A pass over to her off her fingertips. Turnover Cats. 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Does Melanie have like a bandage on her forehead as well?
Yeah, she might have got cut up or something in that first half. She did not start with a bandage on her right eye. And now a free throw line jumper. It is good by Molly Austin, and we will have a running clock.
Cats have to keep that intensity, though, down 35. This is where you have to still look. Hey, can you win the possession? Can you win the quarter?
Hildebrand has it knocked away. It's last off of Clendenin, and so Hildebrand will pass this ball in right in front of the Bobcat bench with 3:21 and counting with that running clock. Frankie Long, Fernandez check out. Yes, 35-point lead for the Dowling Catholic Maroons, second ranked in Class 5A. And it looks like they will play either Kennedy or Waukee next week for the right to go to states. Hildebrand left wing. Gets a screen from Bowie, runs right into Bowie and the lady she was setting a screen on in Clendenin. Now Heitman takes a three left wing. Shot clock is running out, and she'll fire up a three. It's an air ball out of bounds. There was contact there on the three. I'm surprised there's no foul called.
And they didn't call. They actually just called it out of bounds. They didn't even call a shot clock violation, which doesn't make any sense.
Dowling basketball. Clendenin will bring it to the front court, hands off to Flattery. Flattery kicks out far side corner, a baseline drive, and a late feed in the middle. They're trying to find Meredith. Turnovers. The Bobcats come up with a loose basketball. Hildebrand now running the point at the top. Passes over to Amara Johnson, loses the basketball off the pass, gathers it back in right in front of head coach Brian Murphy, and will reset up at the top at the key. As the ball knocked away. as Heitman gathers it in. Down the right side of the paint, flips it to Bowie. Now underneath the Heitman, tries to pass to Mara Johnson, but it's picked off. It's going the other way. Here's Carmichael on the run out, and a slap on the hand, and a foul is going to be committed on Morgan Hildebrand.
Millie Heitman's got to shoot the basketball there. She had it right at the rim, a simple little reverse layup. She had nobody else there. She has got to shoot the basketball.
So free throws here. Clock stops at 1:44 third quarter. 46-11 our counts as Carmichael on the season a 50% free throw shooter. That one is no good. Frankie Long will check back into the game for the Cats. Kinsley Bowie also checking out with Amara Johnson. So it's Brummel, Long, Heitman, Hildebrand on the floor. Bobcats, I was looking for a fifth, and the fifth was down, covered up by Brian Murphy as he's talking to Kinsley Bowie. Carmichael misses the second as Long will haul in the rebound.
Kinsley thought she was coming out. She thought Frankie was coming in for her, so Brian had to force her back out on the court. Said, no, you are the fifth.
Long gets the feed inside, has the ball tipped away from behind as Gianna Dyke was able to knock that one away. And Dowling comes up with a loose basketball. Ruth George had it for a moment, left wing, feeds. Now underneath the hoop, drives Flattery, it's tipped away. And she tried to pass it out to the top of the key. It's last touch by Dowling, and it's Bobcat basketball with 1:06 to go.
And you look at that good defense from the Cat. I love the last offensive set as well, looking in at Frankie. That where Frankie almost like to see her pump and go into the defender there.
Hildebrand down the left side of the paint. A good layup right there as she drives and picks up her first bucket of the night, 46-13. Ruth George has it, right wing. They feed it free throw line. It's tipped away as they try to pass it back out to the near side corner. Ruth George, top of the key, 15 seconds on the shot clock. Baseline jumper taken by Everly Anthony, and she knocks it down.
Yeah, nice little 18-footer. Frankie couldn't get out there soon enough. Knocked it down.
Bobcats in the front court with 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Feed to Frankie Long. It's tipped away. Trying to post her up. Now to Bowie. She cuts down to the right block, tries to scoop and score. It's off the line. Clendenin has it. Passes it up court, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Cats trail 48-13 after 3 quarters of play in Class 5A Region 3 semifinal on KFJB-TV.
Have Van Wyck Wood Builders design and build the storage shed you need. So many different options to choose from. Van Wyck Wood Builders, just 5 miles south of I-80 in Grinnell on Highway 146. Online at vanwyckwoodbuilders.com. We do more than just t-shirts and hoodies. Check with Adlet Engraving and Screen Print for awards, lasered items, embroidery, and of course, imprinted apparel. 307 Riverside right here in Marshalltown. Easy parking, delivery is available.
Refinance your auto loan with Members First Community Credit Union. For a limited time, refinance your auto loan from another lender and receive 1% cash back up to $500. Scan the QR code to apply online. Call us or visit a Members First branch.
Scoreboard update all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what they can do for you. Locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines.
Number 1 Johnson is doing Urbandale dirty, 50-14 in the third. Mount Vernon 28, Mid Prairie 25, Council Bluffs Lincoln 29, Sioux City 22, and our one boy score Pleasantville 51, Grundy Center 48 in the third.
Maroons will have their starting 5 back out on the floor to start the fourth quarter. Sears opens up. Far side corner 3 is no good. Back to the top of the key. A second chance opportunity, and Katie Muller will knock down the straight on 3, 51-13. She has 16 points tonight.
Yeah, it's been the second chance opportunities, and I talked about that. We talked about that in the pregame. Yeah, it's second chance opportunities, transition threes. Cats have done a great job in transition, but that second chance opportunity has been too many.
Long does a nice job post up against the senior Ellie Muller, going to Mizzou next year. And the turnaround jumper is good. Frankie Long with 4 points tonight. A cut late in the paint. Katie Muller has it knocked away. Bobcats come up with a loose basketball. Hildebrand will bring it across the timeline into the front court. She'll dribble to the left wing. Mara Johnson cuts to the free throw line. She gets the basketball. Now feed it inside. Frankie Long will go to work again, but not this time. She put up a shot, and Ellie Muller will pick up the foul. This will send Frankie Long to the free throw line for 2, whereas so far this year she's shot just 45%.
And this is great, just great time for Frankie to go up against someone who's a little taller than her, better than her, more skilled, but it's good for Frankie to fight and be able to prove herself. She's done a nice job of getting position, nice job defensively, boxing her out, getting rebounds.
Yeah, she's definitely made a sizable impact when she has been in the game. She knocks down the second free throw. 5 points tonight for Frankie Long, 51-16. Madison Rice had it for a moment, right wing. Now free throw line to Nikki Mueller, and knocked away. Bobcats come up with a steal. And into the front court, they get it to Amara Johnson down the left side of the paint. Driving against Sears. Stops, looking to get rid of it. Has it knocked away. She'll re-dribble now.
Sears did us a favor because Amara was lost and nobody was coming to help her.
Kick out. Heitman, left wing three. Is not going to graze anything, and it'll go out of bounds on the baseline. Long. She got it inside and kicked it out. It was a good pass to the feed, but Heitman just not able to knock it down. She's been in a little bit of a funk lately.
Yeah, I feel like Millie just needs to be more aggressive with that shot, with that creation.
Heitman only had 3 points the other night against Lincoln. She has no points here tonight. Long shot was no good. Offensive rebound again, and a three almost nailed by Katie Muller, but rims in and out. And now a tie-up. Bowie gets tied up with Ellie Muller, and we have a foul. And I believe it's going to be on Ellie Muller.
Yeah. And
it is going to be Bobcat basketball, and that'll be Ellie Muller's second foul of the night with 5.5 minutes and counting with a running clock here in the fourth quarter.
I will say Kinsley Bowie is definitely playing her best basketball over the last month and a half. Yeah. She has been game every single time. She's been locked in, aggressive, both offensively and defensively.
Coming off a great game against Lincoln where she had 16 the other night. Heitman near side corner, dribbles out into the heart of the paint, kicks out to Bowie, fakes a three, drove, now kicks to Heitman. Three on the right wing, skims off the eye. Ellie Muller got the rebound, kicks it out to Katie Muller, now feeds it back to Ellie Muller down to the right block, and that is good sister-to-sister passing. And that's a 2-point bucket off the glass.
And that's where she is so special because she's the tallest girl out there, but she seems more like that 3-4. She's not a traditional 5. She's kind of your stretch 4, can do a little bit of stuff there.
53-16 our count as the ball is knocked out of bounds. Morgan Hildebrand had it, dribbling on the left wing. Out of bounds on the near side as Madison Rice knocked it away. Hildebrand will pass it in right near the Bobcat bench. Bounces it into Bowie. Gets it over to Long, gets a handoff back to Bowie. Mara Johnson right wing. Sears guarding on her. Pull up at the free throw line. Sears blocks her shot. Dowling comes up with it. Here comes Nikki Muller. And Nikki Muller will get it back after feeding it late to Madison Rice. The layup is no good, but she's fouled as she heads into the baseline. And this will send Nikki Muller to the free throw line for 2 free throws.
And you can tell for the Cats late in this game, the transition, the legs are starting to go. They're playing a very short bench here tonight without Georgia Jansen. Kendall Brummel's played some here in the second half again, but it's just a tight bench.
Yeah. Nikki Muller will head to the free throw line for her second one after knocking down the first. A few starters have come out of the game after that first made free throw, and the second one is good for Nikki Muller. She'll also check out of the game with the starters, so all the reserves back into the game for the Dowling Catholic Maroons. With under 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, Bobcats trailing 55-16.
And one of the things you look at this for the Cats, and we've been in these matchups before, but Dowling has scored almost all from their starters here tonight.
A late step in by Emerson Flattery as Amara Johnson drove down to the right wing. Tess Carmichael will pick up the foul. She was originally guarding Amara Johnson, who pushed the issue down to the right block. And so Amara Johnson to the free throw line for the first time tonight. A 51% free throw shooter, knocks down the first. Good takes, though, a few times here tonight by Amara Johnson, and she has 6 points.
Amara's been here for every moment. She's guarding really effectively around the perimeter. She's looked for her shot, knocked down both free throws here. There's not one Bobcat on the floor tonight that should have their heads hanging.
Yeah, 7 for Amara Johnson now. A right wing 3 is no good. Dowling saves it from out of bounds. Flattery comes away with it. They reverse it around the perimeter. Drop it into Austin. Now a kick out back at the top of the key. They find a wide open 3 on the near side by Flattery. It's no good. A rebound inside again by Olivia Meredith, and she put it back and she missed it. She got their own miss. Now 3 on the left wing is no good, and now Frankie Long has had enough. She'll rip away the rebound. 55-18. Up court, they pass it to Heitman. Amara Johnson looks to the near side. You mentioned Bowie, but Amara Johnson has been playing much better basketball over the past couple of weeks. She has her pocket picked, and a layup coast to coast. Emerson Flattery on the run out is good.
Yeah, Amara's played really well. And once she's come back, she really was struggling finishing the basketball. But over about the last 2 weeks, she's done much better with that, played poised within herself and made plays.
Bowie gives it back to Amara Johnson, left wing 3, and that one off the right side of the iron. Heitman trying to go for the rebound. She'll be called for a foul, reaching over the top of Molly Austin to try to beat her out for that one. So Millie Heitman will pick up her first foul of the night as we approach the 2-minute mark to go here in the fourth quarter in our Class 5A Region 3 semifinal here tonight at Dowling High School.
Yeah, these ladies in the red and blue have really given it everything they've had. And we talk about, if you look at the big picture, they're 14 wins this year, the best in decades. There's a lot that this senior class should be very, very proud of with their career as Bobcats.
Yeah, proud of the effort they have given here tonight as Heitman comes up with a steal on the Dowling offensive end, clears it out to Amara Johnson, but she has it knocked away by Ruth George, who comes up with the basketball in the backcourt. 90 seconds to go.
They broke a 31-game losing streak to Mason City. They swept Fort Dodge and Mason City this year for the first time in forever.
Yeah. Now Bobcats knock away another pass as Long knocked it away. Amara Johnson will come back with it. She brings it back into the front courts. Yeah, definitely a lot of program highs this year.
Yeah.
And season best. And this is a game you come into facing the number 2 team in the state. You wondered how it would go, and obviously the Maroons have taken care of business like they have a lot this year. But overall, as Frankie Long will pick up her 4th foul of the night, she was trying to go for a loose basketball. She'll commit a foul. But yeah, definitely a team that showed up here tonight and put together a good effort against a really good team that's got their eyes set on going back to the championship. They lost in the championship game to Johnston last year. Also in 2024, last championship in 2014 for the Dowling Maroons. Ruth George tries a 3, near side corner, no good. Kendall Brummel going for the rebound, beat out for it. You see her back in with that bloody nose earlier tonight. Baseline jumper is going to be good by Everly Anthony, near side. And a timeout as the starters will come out for the Bobcats. And the seniors coming off the floor for the final time here tonight, as well as Millie Heitman will go to the bench. We'll take a timeout with them right here on KFJB-TV.
Scooter's Coffee is going bananas, literally. Treat yourself to banana bread hot or iced lattes, creamy latte blenders, and fresh banana bread muffins. Need something refreshing? Sip a berry spritz soda, light, bubbly, and perfect any time of day. Craving cozy? Try salted caramel waffle lattes, hot or iced, or a smooth sea salt caramelicious as a latte, cold brew, or blender. And don't forget the French toasty sandwich, warm, sweet, and satisfying. Plus, Cinnalicious drinks are here for a limited time. Scooter's Coffee, amazing people, amazing drinks, amazingly fast.
I'm Georgia Jansen, and you're watching KFJB-TV.
Georgia Jansen with that rolled ankle Could not go tonight. I think the Bobcats going to try to get her one final shot of her career. And she's looking for it. Right wing, she'll take the three. It's going to be tipped. Couldn't get it to go. But a good moment for the senior right there, as Dowling will wind out the time, and that'll do it. But the senior able to get on the floor for one final time. And the Bobcats will surely miss this senior squad. Kinsley Bowie, Millie Heitman, Georgia Jansen. You look at Millie Heitman, number 4 in blocks in 5A with 59. Georgia had her best season of her career. Kinsley Bowie really came down the line playing well. She had 16 on Wednesday night, and that helped the Bobcats lock up that win over Lincoln.
Yeah, nothing. There's just a lot of good stuff in there. They look like the walking wounded out there, though.
Yeah, this second half of the season, not easy for the Cats either.
No,
a lot of health and injuries that they've had to battle through. They'll end up 14-10 on the year, but something that has not been done in plus 20 years.
Yeah.
Winning 14 games. Definitely something special in Bobcat history. As the Bobcats fall tonight, 59-18 in Class 5A Region 3 semifinals. Maroons improved to 19-3. They'll play the winner of Kennedy and Waukee, which is already going on here tonight. We head to the locker room coming up. We will be joined by head coach Brian Murphy. We'll also have our final scoreboard update of the night. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
The right insurance agent can make all the difference. Assured Partners agents represent multiple insurance companies. They can pick and choose from a larger variety of outstanding insurance options. Assured Partners also handles life and health insurance and Medicare supplement coverage. With access to local, regional, and national insurance companies, Assured Partners will create policies tailored to the coverage you need. For more information, go online to assuredpartners.com/Marshalltown. Power through partnership with Assured Partners in Marshalltown, Toledo, and West Des Moines.
McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is your local furniture store in Marshalltown. With their extensive inventory, you're sure to make a winning selection when you shop McGregor's for your bedroom, living room, and dining room furnishings. McGregor's has the right play for every room in your home. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress is proud to be your locally owned and operated furniture store since 1896 and very proud to support Bobcat Athletics again this season. McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, downtown Marshalltown, open 7 days a week.
When you're craving something quick, tasty, and satisfying, think your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. From hot made-to-order favorites like burgers, chicken strips, and fries to the Dairy Queen classics you love, blizzards, cones, sundaes, and shakes. Be sure to check out the monthly featured treats and limited-time favorites, always giving you something new to try. Whether it's lunch, dinner, or a sweet treat, just because. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens has you covered. 2 convenient locations, South Center Street and North 3rd Avenue in Marshalltown, where happy tastes good every day.
Looking for top-notch eye care close to home? Eye Care Associates, with offices in Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo, has proudly served Central Iowa since 1990. Their expert team provides eye exams for all ages, designer frames, contact lens fittings, and treatment for glaucoma, cataracts, and other eye conditions. With advanced technology, a welcoming staff, and convenient online booking, your next visit is easier than ever. Visit visionsource-marshalltowneyecare.com today. Eye Care Associates, your vision is their priority.
The KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome into the Locker Room Report on KFJB-TV. Brandon Lewis with you as we wrap up the Bobcat girls basketball season here tonight. As they fall 59-18, Bobcats drop to 14-10 on the season. The Dowling Maroons move on in playoff action. Will be in the championship game of Class 3A or 5A, region number 3, coming up next week. They'll play either Kennedy or Waukee. Well, the final stat line tonight as the Bobcats fall 59-18. Bobcats led by Mara Johnson with 7, 4 for Kinsley Bowie, 2 for Morgan Hildebrand, and 5 for Frankie Long here tonight for the Marshalltown Bobcats. Meanwhile, for the second-ranked Maroons, their leading scorer with 16 was Katie Moeller, 12 for Nikki Moeller. Ellie Moeller finishes with 14, and if you weren't a Moeller, you didn't contribute a ton here tonight. Madison Rice picked up 5, and Everly Anthony off the bench finishes with 4. Again, 59-18 the final. as the Bobcat ladies season comes to an end, but a great season, and the senior squad just continue to improve. It was 3 wins their freshman year, 6 their sophomore year, 9 their junior year, and now 14 in their senior campaign, as the Bobcats will have a few pieces coming back for next year. Of course, Frankie Long will be coming back, the point guard, and Amara Johnson. Kendall Brummel came off the bench a lot this year. She did start here tonight, a few other games due to injuries along the way, but she definitely continued to add to it, and we hope that Morgan Hildebrand can continue to improve because she had a really nice freshman year. A little bit of that sophomore slump this year, but maybe in her junior campaign really get it going, because when she's a threat on the perimeter, this is a whole new Bobcat squad, that is for sure. But again, the seniors, of course, in Kinsley, Bowie, Millie Heitman, Georgia Jansen, a great year by those 3. We continue with our locker room report from Dowling Catholic High School. We'll also be joined by head coach Brian Murphy. This is Bobcat Basketball. You're watching KFJB-TV.
You look forward to retirement as your time to relax. But now that it's here, turns out relaxation is overrated and you'd rather get back to work with an idea of your own. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement plans change course, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East South Ridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Brown's Shoe Fit has a great selection of athletic footwear, including Hoka, Brooks, On Cloud, Birkenstock, and Taos. Brown's Shoe Fit can find the right shoe for every occasion for both men and women, including dress shoes, casual shoes, work boots, and more. They carry multiple sizes and widths to ensure the best fit for you. Their expert-friendly staff will take the time to give you the service you deserve. Brown's Shoe Fit, downtown Marshalltown, with you every step of the way.
At Sports Plus Sports Medicine and Physical Therapy Center, we customize each patient's treatment plan to their individual needs. What does that mean? It means that not every back or knee problem is treated the same, and that your program will be unique and designed especially for your needs or problem. This improves how quickly you will return to work or sports. The Sports Plus staff is encouraging and takes pride in your successful recovery. This is just one more reason why champions choose Sports Plus Physical Therapy as their favorite place to rehabilitate and train.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by Central State Bank, locations in Ames, State Center, and West Des Moines. Eye Care Associates of Marshalltown, Conrad, and Toledo. Hy-Vee of Marshalltown. It pays to perk with Hy-Vee perks. And Legends American Grill, Marshalltown Steakhouse.
Time for our final scoreboard update of the night, all brought to you by Central State Bank. Discover what they can do for you. Locations in Ames State Center and in West Des Moines. Well, getting down to the wire in some of these games around the state of Iowa. In boys basketball, Grundy Center is leading Pleasantville 63-57 in the fourth quarter. Also, Johnston up on Urbandale as they head to the fourth quarter, 57-24. A final, DCG knocks off Webster City 66-24. Mount Vernon leading Mid-Prairie as they go to the fourth quarter, 41-34. And last update we had for you, Cedar Falls was leading Dubuque Hempstead 35-28, and Valley was leading Southeast Polk 39-11. Again, that scoreboard update all brought to you by Central State Bank. Thanks to our radio producer back at the radio studios, Elijah Bond. Coming up next week, it is our final Athlete of the Week for the winter sports season, all presented by Opa Grill of Marshalltown. Greek and traditional favorites, all you have to say is Opa, an Adlin Engraving and Screen Print Company of Marshalltown. More than just t-shirts and hoodies, AdlinEngraving24.com. Our athletes, female and male athletes of the week, both will receive a $25 gift certificate to Opa Grill along with a custom Athlete of the Week t-shirt and tumbler from Adlin Engraving and Screen Print Company. We continue on with our locker room report. We'll be joined by Brian Murphy when we come back on KFJB-TV.
At Opa Grill in Marshalltown, every meal is a reason to celebrate. Opa means celebrate, and that's exactly what you'll do with every bite. From Greek gyros and lasagna to Italian pastas, juicy burgers, hand-breaded tenderloins, and vegetarian options. There's something for everyone. Enjoy homemade soups, fresh salads, and tremendous desserts you won't forget. Opa Grill, where flavors come together and celebrations begin. Open 11 to 8 Monday through Friday and 11 to 3 Saturday. Opa Grill, come celebrate great food.
You're an empty nester closing in on that retirement property. Chances are your plans didn't include mom moving in, but life happens and you do the right thing. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When retirement means caring for yourself and a loved one, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
KFJB-TV Locker Room Report, powered by Wells Fargo Advisors of Marshalltown.
Welcome back in. I'm here with Coach Brian Murphy. Coach, 59-18 loss here to Dowling, number 2 in the state, but I don't think that really tells the story. I thought the girls came out and played incredibly hard and disciplined early on. You could tell defensively you wanted to run a second defender into Ellie Muller. You also saw you were able to limit them to one shot. What can you say about the effort just out of the gates from your Cats?
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. I mean, they did their best to execute the game plan. I mean, I don't know how many players we have that are even remotely close to healthy right now where, obviously we didn't have Georgia. Millie's hobbled. Kendall got a bloody nose. So, I mean, they fought, they scrapped, and that's all you can ask is they just go out, leave it on the floor, and get to the point where, regardless of the score, you're satisfied with the way you represented yourself.
Yeah, and we were talking about, you really want in a game like this to put everything on the floor and be able to walk with your head held high, and I thought you guys played well. Didn't turn the basketball over a lot, was able to create turnovers. When you look at these seniors, Georgia Jansen got the last 10 seconds out there. When you look at what your seniors have helped build, leaving their senior year with 14 wins, what can you say about those young ladies?
Yeah, I mean, their impact both on and off the floor is and has been immense. I'm going to echo something Megan just said in the locker room is, I talk a lot about their impact on the current and future generations. But one of the things Megan pointed out is they're also having an impact on some of the former generations as well, where some of the girls or some of the former players that were trapped in this CIML for years, facing this kind of competition night in and night out, it's not a great experience. And for them to be able to kind of celebrate with this team and look at, this is what is possible and try to grow the program and continue to do so. I mean, they've had an amazing impact overall. I mean, we spent a little time this weekend updating historical record books, and those 3 seniors are all over the place. I mean, their name is in every column. They've had an impact. Millie and Georgia will finish as number 1 and number 2 as steals all time. Kinsley's number 6 overall in three-pointers made. I mean, you just go on and on the list. So, I mean, their impact on and off the floor is immense, and it's something I will continue and will always be grateful for.
And then you look at some of those that you get to have coming back. I thought Frankie played really well when she was able to be out there. Quite a few rebounds when she was able to get the ball in the post, did a couple nice things. Amara Johnson did a lot of Amara things, and her shot looked good tonight. You look at Morgan, Melanie, Kendall. You got a lot of opportunities for girls coming back. What can you say for them coming back and your hope for them moving forward?
Yeah, I think, when you think about the expectations for this program moving forward, I think for a long time we were satisfied with games being close, and then we started winning games, and now it's how many games can you win? And I think we're establishing an expectation of not only should we win, but what does it look like when we're on the floor? And I think that's what we look to these girls coming back to do, is to take up the mantle of, this is what Bobcat girls basketball should look like and what we're going to continue to do. And I hope they're excited to take on that responsibility, because we got more girls coming up behind them, and we want to just keep on ratcheting up those expectations as the program grows.
Thank you very much, Brian. Bobcats down to Dowling, 59-18. Hard-fought loss for these girls. Back to you, Brandon.
All right, thanks, Dylan. We'll take a timeout on the locker room report. When we come back, we'll let you know our upcoming broadcast schedule and wrap things up from Dowling High School right here on KFJB-TV.
Social is the place for fun. With 20 lanes of bowling, leagues for all levels, great food and drink options, an awesome arcade, there is a ton of fun to be had at Wayward Social for date night, family fun, or the company party with plenty of space for everyone. Visit Wayward Social on Facebook for updates on specials and live music. It is all on South 6th Street in Marshalltown. Visit wayward-social.com to start planning your group outing at Wayward Social, the place for fun.
You've got goals. You need a plan. Don't waste time or money. At Marshalltown Community College, you get the power to choose. Transfer to a 4-year university or step straight into a career in healthcare or trades. Small classes, caring faculty, real-world experience. Marshalltown Community College. Your future starts now.
You planned and saved for your child to go to college, but medical school after graduation was a surprise. A happy, expensive surprise. Wells Fargo Advisors can help. For more than 125 years, we've created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving our clients' personal financial goals. When opportunities surprise you, turn to Wells Fargo Advisors. Together we'll go far.
Wells Fargo Advisors is located at 14 East Southridge Road in Marshalltown. Call them at 641-752-5401. They're a member SIPC.
Transportation for today's game on KFJB-TV provided by Carl Auto Group of Marshalltown. Carl is your dealer for life. Our upcoming broadcast schedule, things are thinning out just a little bit, and the Marshalltown Bobcat boys basketball team looks to keep it going in postseason play as they get things in Sub-State 4, Class 4A. On Monday night, they'll host Iowa City High, the Hawks, and the Cats. 6:45 pregame. Tip-off at 7 as Kyle Smith, off a 1,000-point game, looks to keep his career going as the Bobcats host Iowa City High on Monday night. We look forward to having you along for that one. Any thoughts, Dylan?
I really think it just came down to a great effort for the girls tonight. And our big thing was, hey, have your head held high, give everything, play the best that you possibly can. I thought tonight, with everyone that was out there, injuries aside, I thought the Cats really did a good job of showing that grit and determination. Each of the seniors, as they walk off, should be very proud with what they've done.
Yeah, 59-18, the final in the girls' game in Class 5A Region 3. As the Maroons will again play either Waukee or Cedar Rapids Kennedy coming up next week. This is the Locker Room Report. We'll wrap up things from Dowling High School when we come back.
Good call tonight, man. You too? You think what I'm thinking? Let's go to Legends for a Bobcat burger.
Hi, guys. What are we hungry for today?
I think we're going to do 2 Bobcat burgers. Whether it's pre-game or post-game.
Or during the game, it's Legends American Grill in Marshalltown.
At Lennox Employees Credit Union, you're more than a member, you're family. Since 1948, we've been helping members and their families save more, borrow smarter, and reach their financial goals. Whether it's a low-rate auto loan, a mortgage that feels manageable, or simply a savings account that grows with you, we're here to make banking simple and stress-free. Discover the credit union difference today. Visit Lennox Employees Credit Union, 1004 East Main in Marshalltown, where people helping people is more than a motto, it's who we are. Learn more at lennoxecu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
From preschool to graduation day, Marshalltown Community School District prepares students for success in a global world. Embrace the lead with curriculum that prepares students for tomorrow's challenges, giving your child unmatched college and career advantages. Embrace the lead by developing talents beyond the classroom through extracurricular opportunities and by focusing on student well-being and whole child development. Create a global learning community right here in Marshalltown. Learn more at marshalltown.k12.ia.us.
Bobcat Athletics on KFJB-TV is powered by First Rate Real Estate, FirstRateTeam.com, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company. AdlandEngraving.com. Assured Partners. Power through partnership. Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens. And Brown Shoe Fit. With you every step.
One final time at Dowling Catholic High School in the Des Moines Metro as, again, the Bobcat ladies fall. A final score of 59-18. The Maroons move on in Class 5A Region number 3. And thanks to our radio producer here tonight, and Elijah Bond, he let us know that Cedar Rapids Kennedy defeated Waukee 66-61. So the championship game will be Dowling and Cedar Rapids Kennedy. That game will be here at Dowling High School, as that game will be played on Tuesday for the Bobcats there. David Braga with his best camera work he can provide here tonight, showing the seniors one final time. Georgia Jansen, Kinsley Bowie, and Millie Heitman here tonight. Big congrats to those ladies as they finish with one of the best records in Bobcat girls basketball in over 20 years. Well, thanks so much to our KFJB-TV crew on the road here tonight. Our radio producer, not Jeff Brooks. He was a last-minute cancellation on us. So Elijah Bond, thanks to him back in the radio studios. Deegan Grant, Keith Stewart on our camera coverage tonight. For David Braga, our producer, I'm Brandon Lewis. Dylan Dose alongside me tonight. We hope you have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday night inside the Roundhouse. Boys basketball tips off at 7 o'clock. Iowa City High and Marshalltown Bobcats. Dave's got it corrected. There you go.
Today's game on KFJB-TV is sponsored by First Rate Real Estate, Adland Engraving and Screen Print Company, Assured Partners, Brown's Shoe Fit, Central State Bank, Your Marshalltown Dairy Queens, Eye Care Associates, Hy-Vee Marshalltown, Legends American Grill, Lennox Employees Credit Union, Marshalltown Area Chamber, Marshalltown Community College, Marshalltown School District, McGregor's Furniture and Mattress, Sandvik Enterprises, Scooters, Marshalltown, Sports Plus, State Farm, Tyler Pashong Agency, Wayward Social, Wells Fargo Advisors, Members First Community Credit Union, Van Wyck Wood Builders,